I realized making $17,000 a week, that jobs are now obsolete and stupid to me. I mean, why would I want to work when I can do this? I would kind of give a public blueprint of what I wish I would have been given as a 20-year-old. I started November 5th, 1992, Thursday evening at 9 o'clock in my aunt's family room. Would it be reasonable for me to expect a net gain in 1992 of $250? I know some of you are laughing, thinking, $250? This guy's showing $7,000, $10,000 days. Humble beginnings, folks. That's where you're at right now. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be ashamed of it. Everyone starts there, but most people fail right there. And I can tell you the blueprint to get to the next level and hopefully get to where I am now. Okay. Yeah, I have to have a very, very low hanging fruit objective and then increase that gradually. Very, very small, slow, incremental, modular gains. That's how you do it. If you jump and you think, okay, I have a low hanging fruit objective. I hit it. I've been hitting consistently. All right, now I'm just going to go. I want $10,000 a month. You're going to fail because you didn't make that transition from $250 a week to $500 a week to $750 a week to $1,000 a week to $1,500 a week. That's a gradual increase. You get acclimated to the risks, the feeling of putting on that type of trade as it grows exponentially. You don't even know what that feels like. You have no idea what that feels like. And the wins are scary as hell. They're so scary. Yes, I said it right. The wins, not the losses. The losses haven't really stopped you from trading. As long as you had money in your account, you kept taking trades. So that's not a fear factor for you. You're smiling again. That wasn't a deterrent for you to stop trading. As long as you had money in there. Oh, I lost. Okay, well, I'm getting pissed off now. I'm going in. I'm going to go in there for more. And they're going to pay me with interest. Yeah. And the interest was paid that you paid it. Now you're in greater drawdown or you're blowing your account like I did dozens of times over my career. There's no shame in that. You have to learn from those things, but you are going to be doing things at a slower pace. That's how you make ends meet. Things are hard. The markets are hard right now. I've said this throughout this year, and my private mentorship knows this as well. Things just are not as clean as they usually are. And it's not surprising, but it's not impossible. Obviously, you've seen that. So you have to pick your shots. You have to know what you're doing, why you're doing it, when you're doing it, and when to avoid it. That's part of your trading plan. But what are you doing as part of your growth plan to make ends meet? Where are you going to start? Where's your low-hanging fruit threshold? What are you aiming for? Well, one of the things I like to teach is, and where did I get the $1,000? I don't have a specific reason for 1,000. I just felt that $1,000 to me at that time was a lot of money. And if I could save it every single month, nobody in my family was saving $1,000 and they were working. So I'm thinking, I'm working as a vendor, filling up candy machines and servicing soda and snack and cold food machines and coffee machines. If I can save $1,000 a month, I'm doing better than everybody else. And they can laugh at me that I'm making less than $300 a week, but I'm saving $1,000 a month. See, that's what educators do wrong. And admittedly, when I first started teaching way before I should have in 1996, I didn't incorporate this in my teachings. I was teaching go for broke, get rich or die trying, that type of mentality, everything all in. Without being vulgar, I almost went there. I did not incorporate what I was learning at the time, which was small little incremental shifts in growth, going higher and higher gradually. And when I would get the big run-ups in my equity as a new trader, admittedly, I couldn't tolerate that excitement, that overzealous feeling of, I just made more money than my entire family collectively in a year, just this week. That's too much for a young man, especially from where I came from. Like it's unfathomable. It's a scary, overwhelming, intimidating feeling. And the only way I could make myself believe that it was real was I had to do it again right away. Otherwise, it was luck. And sometimes I would get lucky again. But eventually, pushing my luck and trying to do better than the last two trades, three trades, more risk, no stop. It's going to go in my favor because the last three did over leveraged. And then the account gets blown. So what I discovered and how to prevent that was I came up with a way like I first started. I had realistic, absolutely easy objectives. Now think about this. I'm the guy that's already proven I've got millions of dollars and I've made millions of dollars and I can trade really very well. And I'm consistent. I'm the guy that's sitting down with you right now telling you you should be aiming for about $250 a week. And it's laughable to some of you right now. I know. I'm not talking to you. But there's a lot of folks that have not found consistency yet. They just breached that now I can be profitable, but you just arrived. You just got there. And this is where everybody without discipline blows up. They self-destruct. It's not worth mentioning the individuals that open up their account with live funds and just go right out and dust it and never see profitability. Those individuals are not the topic here because they're going to always be there. But my target audience here is the individuals that have gone through the 2022 mentorship. They've done the work, they've done the back testing, they've seen that it is a real pattern. It really repeats, it's very precise, and it's consistent. But now you've been trading it and you're consistently finding it. Now you've just dabbled with live funds and you did that decision on your own. I didn't tell you to do that. What is the advice that I would give you if I could go back in time? What would I be telling myself? It would be do what you first started with. Go in there with a very easy objective. Now, some of you are already being critical and thinking, dude, $250 isn't going to do anything. Like that's just literally, well, gas for one tank a week now, if you're getting one tank. And maybe a week's worth of groceries if you're single with no children. I don't know. I mean, I know it costs me a lot of money to put food in the house for my boys because they're growing and it's not easy. It's not cheap. But with ends, this series, I'm trying to cultivate this mindset as these new breed of traders that I've created here in 2022. How you can go out there and grab a hold of consistency and longevity. And it's the secret that I found, which didn't place too much emphasis on in the beginning. I quickly abandoned it and it caused me to go into tailspins. But if you go in and you start thinking to yourself, okay, if I can make $250 a week consistently, and I stop there and I do that consistently, that's $1,000 a month. Now, you all want to leave your job. Some of you do, oh, I love my job. I really don't want to. You want to leave your job. Don't lie to me and don't lie to yourself. If you could sit home or sit on a beach somewhere and knowing that you only put in 90 minutes in a work day, taking a trade that you've basically stalked for a couple days and you made more than your job would have paid you for that month. Nobody wants to stay working in that environment. Okay, forget about it. You're not gonna convince me, and you're not gonna convince anybody else that you love your job so much that you want to give your personal time and freedom and be away from your family to make somebody else rich. Okay, say that bullshit. Nobody believes that. So you all want that. That's why we're here. That's why we're trading, because we want to lead the rat race. And guess what? That's commendable because there's a lot of people that say, you know what, it's too hard. I'm just going to suck it up. And they medicate themselves with alcohol and drugs and extracurricular things in their marriages and their relationships. That's a destructive path. Whereas if you just simply say, hey, I have to have a job right now, but I don't have to have a job the rest of my life. I don't have to have that.